So times 2 plus b. So we're going to take our 21.43, we're going to multiply it by 2. So 125 equals 42.86 plus b. We're going to subtract the 42.86 from each side. So 125 minus 42.86. And we get our line of best fit, or our b value, to be at 82.14. So y equals 21.43x plus 82.14. And as you look where that blue line's crossing the y-axis, it should be above 75 but below 100. So 82.14, that is reasonable. So this would be the warm-up for the second day, and you're looking for two numbers that multiply together to give you the number on the top and add to get you the number on the bottom. So for instance, 8 times 4 is 32, but 8 plus 4 will give me 12. 9 times negative 2 gives me negative 18, but 9 plus negative 2 gives me 7. Negative 6 and 6 give me negative 36, but they also add to give me 0. Negative 8 and negative 8, two negatives give me positive 64, but add to negative 16. Negative 6 and 4 multiply for negative 24, but add to get me negative 2. And 10 and negative 2 multiply to get me negative 20, but add to get me positive 8. Two-way table basically is comparing two different groups of data, not in a chart. So in our scatter plot, we compared two different groups of data, but we were using a graph. Here we're going to be using more of a table. So here's an example of a two-way table. We can compare people that play a sport and do not play sport, as well as honor roll and not on the honor roll. So we can say that students who were on the honor roll but did not play sport were roughly 115, versus not on the honor roll and did not play sport where you only had 30. You can start to notice some patterns. Because these rows of totals are on the side, we can also get some percentages as well, depending on which direction we want to calculate the percentages, either by rows or by columns. So here we're going to fill out a two-way table. So, students were surveyed at school. It was found that 78 students own a cell phone. So that's a total of 78 students that own a cell phone. We know nothing about their MP3 or no MP3, but we do know that the total number of students with a cell phone was 78. And of those 78, it says that 57 of those have the MP3 player. We are also told that there are 13 students who do not have a cell phone, but do have an MP3 player, and 9 students that do not have either device. Now, to complete the rest of the table, you're basically just going to add and subtract. So to get my total for my MP3, that's going to be 70. 13 plus 9, that's 22 going this way. So that's a 0, carry my 1, so 100 students that way. If that's 70, 70 from 100 is 30. 9 from 30 should give me 21 here, and 57 plus 21 does give me the 78. So basically you're just adding and subtracting in all the directions. No real rhyme or reason to which one you start subtracting or adding with. It's just whatever you're more comfortable with. Same thing here. 65 students went to the park. So 65 total students went to the park. 33 total students swam in the wave pool. 46 total students slid down the water slide. And 16 of those also swam in the wave pool. Because of that, I know that 30 did not go in the wave pool that went down the water slide. And I also am able to tell that 17 did not go down the water slide but went in the wave pool. And over here, it's going to be a 9. 19 there, so only 2 did not go in the wave pool or the water slide. And 32 students total did not go down the wave pool. Double check your bottom row. 33 plus 32 would in fact give me the 65 I'm looking for. Go ahead, try this one on your own. So 150 total kids at summer camp. 71 signed up for swimming. 62 signed up for canoeing. And 28 of them also signed up for swimming. So that's going to give me a 4 there. So 34 went canoeing but did not go swimming. Let's see, how else can I fill this in? 71 minus 28. 43 did not go canoeing. 150 minus 71. 79 did not go swimming. And 79 minus my 34. 45 there, no canoeing or swimming. And that gives me 88 down here. And 88 plus 65, not 65. 88 plus 63, 88 plus 62, there we go. Gets me the 150 that I'm looking for. So here we're looking at relative frequency. And basically what the relative frequencies are percentages. And we're going to be looking by row. And row goes across. So we're actually going to be looking at the soda values. So we're going to do 15 divided by 25. We're going to do 10 divided by 25. And obviously 25 divided by 25 would be 1. We don't need to do that. We're going to do 8 divided by 15. We're going to do 7 divided by 15. 23 divided by 40. And 17 divided by 40. Asked you to round to the nearest hundredths if necessary, so that would be 2 numbers past your decimal point. So 15 divided by 25, I get 0.6. 10 divided by 25, we get 0.4. 8 divided by 15, I get 0.53 repeating. 7 divided by 15, I get 0.46 repeating. 23 divided by 40, I get 0.58. And 17 divided by 40, I get 0.43. And by looking at this, we can make a statement that says all of our popcorn values had a higher percentage and the soda intake didn't matter compared to no popcorn that regardless of the soda always had a lower value. So we can say that whether they had soda or not soda didn't play a role in whether or not they had popcorn. Same one now, but this time we're going by columns. So this would be 15 over 23, 8 over 23, 10 over 17, 7 over 17, 25 over 40, and 15 over 40. So 15 divided by 23, we're going to get 0.65. 8 divided by 23, we're going to get 0.35. 10 divided by 17, 0.59. So 7 divided by 17, we get 0.41. 25 divided by 40, 0.63. 15 divided by 40, 0.38. And again, you can kind of look, as you're looking across that top row, you can see that odds are people are going to buy a soda more often than not buy a soda going to the movie theater, regardless of whether or not they're buying popcorn is what that's showing. So try this one on your own. So it asks us to go by column. So I just wrote the wrong number. So that's going to be 57 over 70, 13 over 70, 21 over 30, 9 over 30, 78 over 100, 22 over 100. I'm going to do the easy ones first. This is going to become 0.22 and 0.78. Then we have 21 divided by 30. It's going to give me 0.7. 9 divided by 30, 0.3. 13 divided by 70, 0.76. And 57 divided by 70, we're looking at 0.81. Now, it didn't ask you to make any sort of comparisons, but if you look, you can see that odds are that most students have a cell phone. Again, regardless of whether or not they have that MP3 player, my cell phone numbers are always higher. So I'm not seeing that if they have no cell phone, then it's going to be higher odds that they have an MP3 player. You can see that those percentages are relatively closer than the other ones at 70 and 3. That doesn't look right. 13 divided by 70. That's because I hit that button wrong. 13 divided by 70. I was going to say that should be further apart. That's actually only going to be 0.19. Homework tonight's a worksheet. It's going to have you create some of these graphs on your own. And in addition to that, it's going to ask you to kind of find some of these relative frequencies. And even though it's not going to ask you to draw any conclusions based on the data, kind of look at it and see what you think, because we are going to go over conclusions tomorrow when we go over the homework and what do you think you see and all of that.